Blacksheep Interiors has been providing excellent client services since 1984. Shane Meter, the director and principal designer of Blacksheep Interiors, leads his team of design professionals into uncharted waters with much proven success when it comes to new construction, innovative products, and cutting-edge design ideas. Shane's passion and talent have placed him at the top of the design field. He is the only designer in the Southeast to be selected as an exclusive designer for Atlanta's top show homes. He is the Atlanta Magazine Dream Home Designer, and he was also selected as the exclusive designer for Sterling Hall, a West Paces Ferry $10 million estate. The home was a charity fundraiser for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Not only is Blacksheep Interiors considered the most prestigious design firm in the Southeast, it is also known as the most customer service-oriented firm in the business, setting a higher standard in the Atlanta market. Shane Meter is the driving force behind a commitment to integrity and putting client relationships first. As part of that service to clients, there is no minimum purchase required. There is no binding contract. Clients know Shane Meter earns their business every day, and Blacksheep Interiors puts the client first by offering a simple, understandable, and reasonable fee structure. Blacksheep Interiors always maintains a high level of trust, and all designers within the firm show respect for clients' privacy. All of this goes back to Meter's belief in the value of relationships. Let's take a close look at a few of the homes Meter has designed. From cottage living to an English manor to a Tuscan villa, adapting to a client style is Shane Meter's passion. Here's a look at the 2008 Atlanta Magazine Dream Home, a Tuscan villa. Everywhere you look, this dream home has the feel of Tuscany. Interior designer Shane Meter wanted to create something memorable and comfortable.
We went with the Tuscany style. Really felt a countryside villa was where we wanted to be at the end of the day.
All the elements had to reflect that look and feel.
Exterior-wise, it wears stucco as well as stone. Has a beautiful, almost a tower in the center of the foundation of the architectural design, which creates the villa effect.
When you first walk in, you'll notice this magnificent staircase.
The stair has a beautiful foundation of iron, which again runs from top to bottom, and that was all hand-drawn and cast iron and forged, so it adds a custom detail to the stairway.
This glass bar also greets you as you walk in.
At the very end of the hall, there's an appointment of a stone wall, and that stone wall has beautiful glass bars that are coming out of it, which hold liqueur and liquor bottles. It's kind of a floating bar mixed with the stone.
Just inside, you'll find a dining room and drawing room.
Well, in the dining room, we definitely went with more of a period piece. The table is somewhat heavy in its demure. It's not light and French, it's English. It's very, very Tuscan. Has big chairs, which are very domineering to the table. When people first see it, it's a little austere looking, but it really sets the tone for a drawing room, which is shared with a dining room and living room space. Drawing room, again, shared by the dining room space is how it captures its name, because it's the drawing for both dinner and for reception, for visiting. And that space, again, is very, it's not over-appointed, it's very Tuscan. A lot of times, especially in the South, we have a tendency to put, the more we can do, the better and the warmer it feels. This space really, the least amount of things we did, we relied heavily on the architecture.
Shane says throughout the house he used heavy fabrics to warm up all the stone and iron. In the library, it's the hand-carved wood that draws your eye.
We did soft carvings, which really apply themselves to be more Belgium in this very Tuscan house, which allows you to feel like maybe an artist was passing through the region and for trade, room and board, carved the library for them.
When you walk in the kitchen and keeping rooms, you notice the row of windows and all the natural light. You'll also notice the unusual shape.
This room is built kind of in the principle of an eyebrow. It has a circular kind of motion to it. On paper, it looked a little clumsy to draw because we had to come up with seating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if you will, casual dining. Then as you kind of go around the room, we did a commune table, which would allow 2 benches to create another space to sit. And then down by the fireplace, we have comfortable chairs and a big sectional. The kitchen walls are all clapboard wood and painted cream and waxed, and a very light rotunda allows light to come into the kitchen. It does have kind of a farmhouse appeal to it. Again, when you put clapboard and beams together and pretty stone, the granite, big harvest baskets and rakes and oil paintings of the countryside seem to be the perfect appointment.
Romance and luxury are the themes of the master bedroom and bath.
The master had a big bay window. Instead of doing 2 chairs and a sofa kind of thing, we twisted it and built a banquette. It wears silk fabrics. There's 185 yards of fabrics that appoint that sitting area alone. And then we mustered the walls up and just it made it as Tuscan as we could, really. The heavier woods contrast with the walls. We just love it. Everything's very romantic. If you go to any beautiful hotel and go to a spa, why can't you have that at home?
Upstairs, you'll find another bedroom to rival the master.
It has great views. It has a fireplace. It has sitting. I think if you were staying here and you shut the door and turned around, you'd go, wow, I'm glad I got this room.
The children's rooms in this house aren't made for little ones, but reflect the room the boy and girl might have just before leaving for college.
The older I get, the older my children in my imaginary mind get. So we're all growing up together.
The terrace level has it all: a bar with comfortable seating, game tables, and an extra bedroom.
It kind of takes on the tone of a winter living room, and that's a great concept to kind of come up when you're working in a terrace level, because it will always have a tendency to fight for light. So heavier fabrics, rugs that are a little bit thicker in their color and texture, the furniture, combination of leathers and corduroys, all those things together make up what I call the winter living room.
There's also a home theater.
It's a day at the theater without having to go out, and that's what people love about that, is the luxury of having that, and the comfortable chairs and fabric walls and curtains that move, and it's showtime.
The outside porches are meant to blend the inside with the outside. Comfortable furniture and furnishings are designed to draw people outside.
What happens here is they turn around and go, I had 30 people on the porch Saturday night and we had a great time.
The pool in the shape of an eyebrow adds yet another custom look.
That alone for a pool is kind of odd, because most pools don't eyebrow or make that kind of shape.
This is the first time ever that this show home was designed by one and not dozens of designers, so it was a monumental task. But Shane says it was a labor of love and a great opportunity.
22 years of design, I love doing what I have. This team helped reinvent the passion and my love for decorating.
From a Tuscan villa to an English manor on West Paces Ferry, we caught up with Shane's crew 24 hours before the charity show home opened its doors.
Here's kind of the 24-hour plan. We've got a handful of people missing. I did reach out to the piano, and we think they're going to make it for tomorrow. But when the girls get here, I really need your direction on making this thing click. The homeowner is going to be here tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So 24 hours out is a countdown. If there's any time to play, it doesn't need to be seen now. We need to get this thing done. Being in the house, I get word that the trucks have arrived. There's an enormous amount of anxiety and a rush of making sure that whatever was going to be is getting ready to happen. My crew says I can raise my hand really high, but I need to make sure that if I raise my hand high enough that I can answer the question. Everyone is assigned a floor. So we have Shimley on the first floor, which is kind of our Sex and the City W hotel kind of twist. And she's perfect for that. We have Valerie on the main floor with myself.
All right, that one goes to the breakfast room, right over there. That one's to the study.
Okay. And Valerie's right, first chair violin to me, making sure that the master bedroom, where is the piano? Do we get a rug for the dining room?
They found the piano? Okay, good.
And then we have Jamie on the third floor.
Could use a frame.
So mindful that there's a lot of communication with the team to keep it going. That's really the key that I think that opens the door for us. We have a make-believe family, so we actually have their rooms named as an architect's room. We have kind of the quirky uncle at the top of the stairs. It's the Titanic, and this one makes it to New York. It is the loading of 7,000 yards of draperies, 325 lamps, 42 rugs, smallest rug 6 by 9, largest up to 18 by 18. It has the bells and whistles of a pure English estate. Lots of molding, lots of trim. The fireplaces are not little, they're big. All the sinks are 24 karat gold. Waterford chandeliers. They have this very British Empire kind of wealth about it, which we think is pretty awesome to be able to put our very Southern, kind of be at home twist on. When you come in that foyer, these big iron doors, traditionally I think you see a heavier applied interior. But what we did is we painted all of the interior on that inside 24-foot, all white with a high gloss. The great thing about the kitchen and keeping area is that when you look at it on plans, it's a pretty large room. So what we did in taking the sofa and backing it up with a sofa table to another sofa, you actually are looking toward the fireplace and in that room, and then you actually can sit on the other sofa facing the kitchen. I think the master bedroom is probably my favorite room on the first floor. This master bedroom captures the essence of this beautiful estate in the heart of winter. It's got a beautiful mirror reflection, very watery kind of fluid design, and I love the contrast of the velvets and the creams and the linens and the texture in that room with the mirror and the chandelier are pretty awesome. I think the architect's bedroom is a little room that the horse that kind of came from behind. Very handsome and strong, and as if some, college kid comes home for winter break. The winter living room is a room that we kind of infused with this very pretty rich ivory and almost a blue teal color. We have a wedding gown in that room. We have beautiful banquettes. There's a beautiful fireplace. It kind of feels like we're just moments away from the bride and her girls going down those steps for a wedding. The downstairs has, a lot of bells and whistles. It has a hair salon. We did this kind of Sex and the City ladies lounge. Has great energy. And then when you go to the other side, it's very strong and handsome. It's almost like the Oak Room in New York. Bar seats 10, the big leather sofas and chairs are juxtaposition, so you feel like you're actually at the club. It has a phenomenal in-home theater. It has a workout room, and bells and whistles really don't ring loud enough to say what this terrace level has. 17 years ago, I fell in love with this little tiny dog. He has been in some of the prettiest homes. He has gone and seen fabrics and all the fabric showrooms. It's Show House, it's John Morgan. He's just been a real big part of it.
John Morgan, do not be on the flower.
It's Blacksheep Interiors, but at the very core of it, we have a Yorkie as a mascot. So I think it's easier than dragging a sheep around.
On the modern side, we looked over the shoulders of Stuart and Lisa Sink in their San Diego style home. Welcome to a little bit of San Diego in Atlanta. This is the home of 2009 British World Open champion Stuart Sink. This home with its sleek lines and state-of-the-art kitchen gives you a West Coast feel in the very traditional heart of Georgia. It is one of designer Shane Meter's favorite places.
One of the main things is inviting that outside in. So when you come in the front door, the first thing you see are layers of outdoor seating, and then it kind of waterfalls down into the pool.
And in the place where you would traditionally find a living room in most Atlanta homes, here you'll see what looks like a beautiful boutique hotel lobby.
They want it to have energy and fun to it. So the color of the wall, the way the wall was designed to carry the weight of the glass art. And then we put the baby grand in there. They're a musical family in that regard. It sets the tone more of a music room and yet a room filled with art.
Just across the hall, you'll find an inviting dining room.
The dining room when you walk into is appointed with a round table, but to give it that real intimate dining, we added these 4 banquettes. Since we had the privilege of building the house from the ground up, we added a circular wall of stone, governed by 2 gas lanterns on the wall. So we're kind of mixing the old with the new.
On the other side of the stone wall, you walk into the kitchen and keeping room where floor-to-ceiling windows make you feel you're out by the pool. Shane describes this large open kitchen as state-of-the-art.
Here's where we get probably the most contemporary in its lines. The granite really sets the tone, the grays in that kind of pull out the appliance package with all of its stainless steel. For entertaining purposes, it has two islands. So one is more of a service island working with the appliances in it, the stove top. The other island is bigger and it points more of the seating area for entertaining. It's just a very handsome and strong kitchen. The keeping room kind of overflows the kitchen. So with that, we have overstuffed kind of furniture, and yet the lines are real clean. And then the wall, instead of putting the TV in a cabinet, we did the TV on a stone wall, and the 18 by 18 squares that you see that on, we repeated in a kind of an open shelf. They travel a lot, they like to collect, so in the art of collecting, we wanted to be mindful to keep spaces available so when they brought things home, there'd be a place to put them.
The outdoor living space by the pool is another great place for entertaining. The layering of the decks is an intentional way of creating intimate spaces as well as one large entertaining area.
So it can be dinner for 6, it can be dinner for 10, it can be a party of 100 that never feels either too large or too small.
You can also see the pool from the master bedroom, which is one of the most romantic and traditional areas of the home.
The walls we had commissioned from a local artist. They kind of set the tone for the room. It's a pearlized kind of glazing effect. Wing chairs and contemporary fabrics with kind of flared legs. The rug is this huge big shag rug, kind of, if you will, from the 70s that's kind of evoking, again, kind of that boutique hotel. Real pretty linens, French linens that kind of help appoint the bed, set the tone. That's the one room we could really cheat and do the real pretty part and making it soft and romantic.
The master bath once again has a West Coast look and feel with beautiful stone for a masculine look and cabinets with a touch of art.
2 tones of color on the actually cabinets evoke a little bit more soft contemporary without it being all just one color.
The stone shower is completely custom for style and function.
It's my state-of-the-art bath in the sense that that bathroom and the shower, the way it works, is pretty phenomenal. I guess just seeing that helps explain it.
Leading down to the terrace level, you're drawn to this incredible floating stone staircase.
It feels real grand hotel. There's something very romantic and beautiful about this passageway. In this house, the staircase kind of pushed to the side feels real strong, as if it connects the top to the bottom.
When you first walk into the terrace level, you'll see this sleek contemporary bar.
If playful be the right word in any type of interiors, this is where it gets playful. It does, I think, when people come here, feel like they're in some beautiful boutique, some little, you know, out of all the places you could be on this Saturday night, this would be the best place to be. The actual stone bar is made out of cement. So instead of using a granite or more traditional top for that, we did a cement top which is infused with glass.
Next, you can't miss the steel fireplace and pool table.
Well, the fireplace, the way it's positioned in front of the pool table, we had to be really careful about the mantle, because when you're using pool sticks and playing the game, it could kind of get in the way, or kind of it sets itself as being a little too close. So by just wrapping it all in the metal, the stainless, it reflects, it has a great look to it, it sets itself well in with the bar, and then the pool table itself has the chrome and some of the stainless on it. So it almost becomes a top to the pool table, a backdrop.
And it doesn't stop there. This entire terrace level is open but filled with spaces all focused on entertaining. The karaoke stage, the ping pong table, and of course the television area. Instead
of doing a movie theater, there's a big kind of circular sofa with a circular wall which wraps an appointment of TVs. To me, it encompasses all ages, and we've been lucky enough to be here for a couple parties, and so I've actually seen, you know, our work come to life. I kind of look back over my shoulder and realize that they do love it, they do entertain in it, and I think quietly they probably in the midst of a party will find each other in the crowd and go, I love you and I love this house. And I love knowing that we might be part of that story.
No matter what the design style, Shane Meter captures your vision, your taste, and your ideas. Start with a blank canvas and transform it from an architect's blueprint into your Tuesday night at home, just the way you dreamed it. Whether you have an exact style and design in mind, or whether you need ideas and vision, Shane Meter and the team of Blacksheep Interiors approach your project with dedication, creativity, passion, and enthusiasm. We simply love what we do, and in the end, we want you, the client, to be thrilled that the home you once dreamed of is now the place you call home. At Blacksheep Interiors, we count our blessings, not sheep. To read what our clients have to say about us, check out our testimonials at blacksheepinteriors.com.